Good morning, Claudia. Day 10.
Yes.
This is it. Look at the trawler going by. That's like my first trawler right there, big guy. I used to own that exact. That's what started it for me. I lived on that boat right there in California for years and years. That's a 34 CHB. It's really, you can get those trawlers pretty inexpensive. So Claudia's making coffee this morning. And then we were talking about that kind of matters to me because he was saying, what do I do like when I pull to the fuel dock? And I said, do I tip those guys? And does he tip them $1 or does he tip them $5? And I said, Claudia, the day of tipping a $1 bill those are gone. And so I said, it's $5. And I said, I'm getting ready to head to Costa Rica tomorrow. And so I said, I'm going to stop at the bank when I go get my van, and then I'm going to pick him up, and we're going to go back to Walmart. And I also have to bring him several parts for the boat. But I said, I'm going to grab some $5 bills. And he goes, and when we traveled, me and Pete left for, on our boat trip, we had, or even Bev, it doesn't matter who, we had our drawer, and we just had a little envelope in that drawer. And we had that filled with I usually kept $200 and $5 bills. And anytime we pulled in for fuel anywhere, or somebody helped us with the docks when we pulled into a marina, we would tip that person $5. And so that's pretty customary. I want to hear in the comments what you guys think. How much do you guys tip, or do you not tip at all, or whatever? Or is it a bad practice, or is it a good practice? Should he tip? Shouldn't he tip? But I just had that drawer with $5 bills. I had personally a bunch of rolls of quarters too. We had about $50 in quarters and $200 in $5 bills. But let me show you this. Bought this beautiful wash machine right here, which he hasn't used yet. He's still got all the wrapping around it. And that wash machine is going to, that's what he's using to wash his clothes. So he doesn't need the quarters for the wash machine. And also, Claudia, we haven't turned the generator on, and today will be 48 hours.
Yes.
We're going to see how long, but our batteries are already, this morning, the sun's not even out. And then with these massive solar panels, I don't think you'll need the generator unless you go day after day after day. Like if you go 3 or 4 days of no sun, then you probably would have to start the generator on that second day for about 4 hours or something like that. But
that's true.
I think these solar panels are big. They are going to hit the batteries hard. We're already charging, making energy right now, and I would say by 10 o'clock, I think this morning you're going to be at full capacity. So I think it was a great investment putting the solar panels on there, just for the fact that it's a backup to your generator too. If you lose your generator and something happens with that, I mean, you can cook, you can eat, you can make, you're making energy. You're making enough energy to keep this boat alive, if that makes sense. So I think it was a good investment. A lot of boats going out this morning. I slept pretty good last night.
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
I don't think we moved any. Now I will tell you this, Claudia, it'll get bouncy in here. And then today what we're going to do is we may go for a ride. We're going to make up our mind, but we've got a lot of quite a chore list of maintenance stuff that we're going to get done because we've moved the boat now, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 miles.
Yes.
And so we want to make sure, I'm going to go through it with them, show them how to top off the engine oil on each engine. And anyway, we've got to run a couple of different cords. We've got just a nice little list of things that we're gonna that we want to complete this morning for maintenance type issues. What a beautiful morning! Woo. He's got easy access right over here. He drove the dinghy over yesterday. Spent a couple hours ashore. Yeah, this is like Claudia said it's like our $2 billion view. I said you won't even see this in the Bahamas because you just won't see this many super yachts all together. You'll just see the random one sitting in a certain channel. Anyway, this morning we We're going to mess with these AC units. We're going to fire up the generator. But before we do that, we're going to go down into Claudia's favorite place, the engine room. Let's turn the blower on. Let's turn the lights on. And let's... I always like the blower on when I'm in that engine room because it just kind of clears out the odors and stuff like that. And
the lights.
And we're going to turn on the lights inside there. And then we are going to fill all of our fluids. Like we want to put a little oil in each one of the engines so he knows how to do that. And stuff like that. So that's where we're heading right now, down into... What are we going to call your engine room? And you have names for your engines, right?
Yes.
There. What is it?
It's Lewis and Charles Leclerc. I have a red engines, so I'm going to go with Ferrari. So one of the name of each of the drivers for this 2025 season.
Okay, good. Yeah, so it's red. He's got red Lehmans, and he's going with Ferraris. So we'll see if these Ferraris take him. And what's the names again?
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton
is the newest engine.
That's the starboard engine.
Yes.
That's the newest one.
And then it's Charles Leclerc. So it will be
Charles
and Lewis.
Leclerc?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's perfect. I love it. Hey, in the comments, leave down what did you name your boat engines so we all know. Because remember, mine was Smoky and Clacky.
Okay.
Right now, Claudia's putting in some engine oil. We're going to get it to where it should be. And we're going to do this first because we're going to start the generator here in a minute. Work on the air conditioners. But before we do that, we've checked the transmissions. And now we're just adding some engine oil. And so now go ahead and check your level.
I need to wait for them to get down.
It's pretty fast. It's already probably there. Now you see it come up on the stick a little bit?
Yes, see that. 1, 2. Nice. Wait.
And how high are we now?
No, it didn't went up yet.
Okay, go ahead and add, just go ahead and add that whole,
More.
yeah, it'll probably take that whole, all of that right there.
Yeah.
And then you'll be good for the Bahamas. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This will be
Plenty.
yeah, plenty. You won't have to check it again till you get to the Bahamas.
It's done.
These engine rooms aren't this tall, Claudia, and you can't. It's harder to get the oil in. You're kind of lucky. Now, have you checked this one? Do you know how much oil? Have you pulled the dipstick?
No, not yet.
Yeah, let's do that first. All right, good. Now we're done with our engine oil. We can check our antifreeze,
Yes.
and that is this one right here. That's you pull that cap. Remember, I told you to order a couple of those radiator caps.
Yeah.
That's a cheap maintenance thing,
Yeah.
and you got to call Brian, and they're like $8.
Yeah.
And I would change them both out if it was me, and then I would keep those as spare. But okay. And then you're just gonna put your finger in there. You'll kind of put your light in there, and you'll see if you see the top of it. It should be about a ½ inch from the top. Push down, and then yep, there you go. You got it.
Okay, I see that. It's right here.
Okay, so then that one's full.
Okay. That one is
And you
full.
put your cap back on.
Okay.
There you go. Make sure that's all the way on, because that's a pressure cap, and I don't think you have it all the way. There you go.
No.
See how that double click right there.
Yeah, now it's this.
All right, let's check your other side. Here, check this one. Important for you to check your alternators and your belts right here, because you run your water pump right here, and that water pump and that's what circulates water through the block. So you have the raw water pump, which regulates salt water through the system, and that's kind of like your radiator, and it kind of cools stuff. And then that one is the one that circulates the antifreeze around the engine. So if you lose a belt, your engine's going to overheat very quickly. And so that's why you're watching your temperatures. But every morning, check your belts.
Okay.
And if you see a sign of a belt going bad, just change your belt real quick. It only takes a few minutes to change a belt.
Worst case scenario, I'm driving the belts. Well, the engine overheats. I turn it off.
Yeah,
Immediately.
and then check to make sure
And then
that
make
belt's
sure.
on. If that belt is off, and then while I got you here, if you start to see a little bit of antifreeze, your pump is behind here, and there's a little weep hole right here, and you start leaking antifreeze out of there, you need to call Brian and get a new antifreeze pump, or not, or what's called your water pump for your engine. So raw water pump and water pump, that is your water pump. That's what pumps the antifreeze around the block of the engine. So one thing that me and Claudia were trying to figure out, this autopilot right here, so it's got electric motor, and then this is the hydraulics, and then they tap this into the hydraulic system. But what we just checked is, are we getting signal from the autopilot, from the brain over to the motor? And the answer to that is yes, we are. But we have a hydraulic leak inside this thing, so he needs to pull that apart, and maybe if he can get that fixed, we got two plans. We got plan A, see if he can find the oil leak in here, if he get the hydraulic leak. If he can't, then we can get a pump, an electric pump, and then that electric pump will have this already built into it, and then he just connects those three lines, puts that hot and that negative, positive, negative, and the ground on there, and then he should have a working autopilot. Okay guys, so we're working on these ACs, and we found we have unplugged the outlet for the water feed. So Claudia's in here and he's trying to unplug that, and I think he's got it. It feels like he's got it. So he's out there with a screwdriver trying to unplug it so that we can get water flow through the air conditioner. I love it when we put time into these projects and then they actually work. You know what I'm saying? We got cold air blowing in there. You guys can see the water flowing out the side now. We didn't have that at all. And so we got one air conditioner going. And then we have the other air conditioner is probably fine too. We just got to, he's got a couple of options what he can do on that. Did you see I just put some water through there? Did it all come out? I can blow through it freely, so I think it's good.
Nice.
Don't tell me it was our big one.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, good learning experience.
I'll try and find. I might have one in the, because that's a good screwdriver to have. I might have one in the RV. I'll see if I can dig you up one.
Thanks. It's working now. The only thing with the other one, the pipe is like that. So when I put anything there, it goes up. So that means that there is sediment at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now I can pass everything in the door, but from the bottom, in this one, at the beginning was like that. So I keep poking, and now everything is smooth.
Yeah, good, perfect.
That's the only thing I was trying to do in the other one, just putting more pressure.
So, and this is just you learning more about your boat. But if you understand, now you trust the process too. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to read the manual. I know we need, it's just like with your engines, you need water flow.
Yeah.
Once you have your water flow, then you can start diagnosing, what the codes are and stuff like that. So I knew until we get water flow, we're just spitting out. And so now, and then it's just the dirt daubers. When it's sitting there on the hard, they get up inside those lines. And then once we cleared them out, everything's fine. It's working fine. So that's awesome. I love that you have air conditioner. We got two working air conditioners. It's kind of crude, but Claudia went through his pieces into there, and we found the Y that we needed for the water pump, and it's working. And it was a process, right, Claudia?
Yes.
But you learned a lot about your ACs too,
Yes.
right? You understand the water flow and all that stuff, and you got two working ACs.
Yes.
I love it. I love it, big guy.
Very lucky man.
And then he's going to put his desk here. He's got a little 10K BTU that runs this, and then there's one that 16K that runs the front room and the back room. And we got them both working off the pump. We just had to change out some hoses, clean some lines, and it seems he's got ice cold air blowing in here. So you get out there in those tropics out there in the Bahamas, and you want to turn on some AC. Just turn your generator on and run your ACs, brother.
Yeah.
That's good, huh? Yeah, I gotta go pack. You making me my final sandwich. I'm gonna go pack my bag, and maybe tonight we'll have Subway at Walmart.
Yeah, that's like the idea.
Yeah, is that a good idea?
Yes, that's perfect.
And then I'm gonna bring you. I do want my list, because when I get to the motorhome, I want to put everything in a pile that I need to bring to you.
Yes, you have
which was the snorkeling gear, we'll make our list and then you got it. Okay, perfect. I want that with me because then I'm gonna when I get there I'm gonna put all that stuff in a pile. We got to add a screwdriver. Claudia lost a screwdriver. I got to see if I can find him an old screwdriver, a long one. And you got the life jacket thing on there. I told you. Let's see if I can find one. See if I can find you a dinghy life. I got a complaint on Facebook yesterday, so I got to see if I can find you a life jacket that at least you can look right going back and forth on the dinghy. But big day today. We don't even have full sun out. Our solar system's working great. I think Claudia's in good hands. We are probably almost at 100% now. We're putting out some good, yeah, I show 100% on this one. So I think you got it. Now we had the generator testing out the air conditioners, but your air conditioners are working, your solar's working, just everything's working good, brother. So.
Autopilot is only missing?
Yeah, you got to fix that hydraulic leak. That's just, you're going to pull that apart and then keep me posted on that one. Yep. We can get this anchor to set, so we're just trying something different, just putting a new anchor on here and trying something different. So right now that's what he's doing. Having to do this by himself because I'm not going to be here and he's got to learn, what to do. And what not to do. Me and Claudia are gonna go back in. I got a few things to do. He's gonna take me back to shore, and then I've got to go run and chase down some parts and go get the truck. And then I think I'm gonna take him to Walmart if he feels comfortable leaving the boat, and then head over to the airport. Claudia, like I said, I'll be curious to see what's important in about another 3 months and what's not. We will see you in a little while, and we'll do a Walmart run, hopefully, and I will call you when I get to the van. Thanks, brother. What an appropriate way to leave. Just take you over to the beach and come over here, call Uber, and head on out. Peace out, brother. I can tell you right now, Claudia is living with no regrets. We'll see. Like I said, I'll see you in about 3 months. All right, guys, end of day 10. We're going to say goodbye to Claudia. He's going to drive the boat, the dinghy back. We went to Walmart. We had dinner the other way. Remember, Claudia? I think, it comes around. Okay. And then he's going to drive over to the boat, and we got some supplies he wanted. And anyway, we wish him, he lives his life with no regrets, and we wish him the best. And you guys will see him again. And I hope you guys enjoyed his series of these 10 videos. And like I said, the best of everything, Claudia. Yeah, for everything. You might have to get out and just kind of push a little bit. Yeah, what'd you figure? All right, guys, I just want to say this, ending this video with Claudia here on day 10. He just, he's got a tremendous spirit. I want to hear you guys in the comments. What do you guys think? I mean, here's a kid, 35 years old, has a dream. He lives in a landlocked country, and here he is on an adventure of his life. And he does a lot of these adventures, but going out into the ocean is a very dangerous, very serious thing. And he's done a lot of prep, and he's done his homework. And like I keep telling him, that Mother Nature is going to dictate a lot of what he can do and what he can't do, and he needs to respect it. And then, we'll hook up with him in another month or two, couple months, and hopefully get to go out and see him somewhere in Puerto Rico or something like that. And we wish him the absolute best. Anyway, peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And by the time this video comes out, we've reached over 20,000 subscribers. And I don't know, I'm just really proud of it. And thank you guys. I cannot do this channel without you. And thank you so much. I do truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Bye.